Part two, let me just go into part one and catch up. So if anyone missed it, please watch it. It just literally speaks about the energy forms in the universe and how they actually come to you and how to work with the energies to make it in your advantage and to make you more healthier. So we were talking about chakras. Yes, okay, I know it's spiritual, but to get a good diet and a good balance of a life, you need to see all aspects of life, so i.e. all the colours. So in your chakras, you've got the red one, which is at the bottom. Okay, so that's what a lot of the corporations want you to eat their food, and generally speaking, their food is very red. And that meaning it could be blood, it could be acid, it could be any heavy metals. And a heavy metal, by the way, is if it was heavy and it was full of lead. Say I had a heavy lead, you can't lift it off the ground, so you're bound down to the ground. So in this series of 5 videos, all I want to do is just come at you at a different angle, because I've done diets for people, fueling systems for people, I've done it for professionals, I've done it for megastars as well. And the best one always works is the one where you're just more realistic with that person. Okay, so if they have health issues, how to identify the health issues and how to eradicate them parasites. So in one of my videos in the summer, I talked about parasites that are in the body. So you have a hierarchy of parasites. Now these parasites control you more than you actually realize. So often the case, remember, bearing in mind on the last video, you have the Lucifer effect, so illumination, where you can see the cake. And then you have Satan, which is rules the night time, and it rules the hearing, so it's telling you to eat the cake. Not just that you have to contend with, you also have a hierarchy of parasites in your body. So these parasites will be calling out, they actually connect to your nervous system. And when they're hungry, and they will let you know, even though you may not even be hungry. So what happens with these parasites is, say you put a table full of loads of food. This is one of the tests that I actually do, and it works time in, time out. You get the people to walk in, they don't know they're doing the test, they get them to go in, and the first thing they start to go to is the stuff that the parasite want. So the hierarchy is, so at the start you might go in there and you might go get some sugar, or you might get some beef, or the pork sausages, you might get some crisps, even before you've even dived into the vegetables. So what happens is what you're doing is you're suppressing the parasites before your own thoughts are telling you what you actually need. So you've just satisfied them, they've gone into the system, and now the parasites are happy. Now it's up to you. So remember what I said: Lucifer effect, Satan effect, parasite effect. None of these are you. None of these are you are in control of, unless you let them be in control. If you want to be in control of them, you need to eradicate the parasites and understand and be more educated with the Lucifer and the Satan. Okay, so to ratify these, you have to do these fasting. Now, I guarantee some of you have probably done fasting, and you might have done 2 days on, 2 days off, water fasting, dry fasting, but there is actually a pattern to it, and it does come into the fact of energy sources. So what I want you to do, okay, at the moment, you've got these parasites in your body and you need to detox. Now, a detox, what I want you to do is to actually not eat. Okay, so nothing goes through your mouth, and just try this on a Sunday. So you have your Sunday food and nothing goes into your mouth after 6 o'clock until 6 o'clock on Monday evening. You can drink water, okay, and make sure it's alkaline water if you do have it, or if you're having tea or coffees, alkaline water. Remember, that's caffeine as well, so parasites like the caffeine as well, that little kick. It's better to know what that feeling is when you have that kick, rather than always have that kick and not know what that feeling is, because then you can identify different things going on in the body. So what we're going to do, if you're able to do it, Monday is it is actually the moon day. Okay, so moon day is all about emotion. Okay, it's a female energy and it's your soul. So what you're trying to do is cleanse that. And to cleanse that, it's best to do it on a Monday. So on a Sunday, just after 6 o'clock, stop eating. You can drink liquid, and then you re-eat again at 6 o'clock on Monday evening. Now, very importantly, I have to point this out. If you are detoxing, so for example, you are fasting your food intake, when you eat, what happens is the parasites, they're going to get hungry. That's not you. Remember, they're in control of you too. The parasites will tell you they're hungry. You need to kill the parasites, starve them, let them go through the system, let them come out the system, let them go. Right, so then once you've done that, it's very, very important. The next thing that you put in your mouth is something healthy, okay? And something with vitality in it. Some good food, good minerals, good vitamins. So the best thing to have is fruit, okay? So the fruit works on a cellular level. Remember what I said last video? You have a blue shift, red shift. Blue's the sky, red's down below, and it creates that green shift. Now in that green shift, what do you have? You have abundance of fruit, trees, green. These are all produced by the sun, which is mean light. It's produced in that strawberry, berries, anything which is produced by the sunlight in that way. So what I want you to do, so when you've dry fasted, well, you fasted and you get to 6 o'clock, make sure the first thing you have is not bread. You want to eradicate bread. You want to get some fruit in you. Because what you're doing, you're trying to make the body go back to the pure state it was once before. Okay? And once you've done that, what will happen is if you keep doing stuff like this and start to keep on track of it. Remember, not discipline, skill. It's a skill set. Once you start doing this, when you go back, you'll feel rubbish. And if you're doing sports or anything like that, you watch your performance increase. With less effort, okay, your performance increases. Okay, because the blood starts to thin out, you start purifying the soul, which is the blood, your spirit feels alive, you feel electric, you give it electric charge, and you can smash anything. And your performance gets better, and your body starts looking better, and your skin starts looking better. Because what you're doing is when you start to dry fast, you're starting to let everything cleanse. Everything. The biggest organs, all your glands, let them cleanse. So that's one. You also, if you're looking at the moon pattern as well, this is just a little bit out there, but it's worth knowing anyway, because if you're going to go down this road and you're going to try to make sure that your diet, okay, you're in control of your choices, what you have, and you feel much better for it. Because remember, when you go, if you've got depression or anything like that, what do you think that is? What do you think it is? What is depression? What's anxiety? What are all these different things building up in your body? Because if you went under the knife, the doctor can't find out where it is. It's emotion, okay? So it's a thing that you cannot see, okay? But your body's telling you something's not quite right. So the only way you can do this is by looking at your diet, not just a tablet, not a pill. Pill means ill, okay? So pharmaceutical, that means the maker of poisons and potions, okay? You have to be licensed for it. So what you're trying to do is trying to bring the power back to you and educate yourself on herbs and fruit and vegetables, all these different things, and you're trying to get them back into your system. But you have to do a detox in a way, but slowly. So I'm not telling you to do it straight away, but slowly get it back in. So go back to the moon thing. So Monday, moon, okay, detox. Then on the 4th day of the new moon, you can detox. That's called waxing. The moon's waxing. So you dry fast that day as well. And then, if you want to, on the 11th day, you do exactly the same thing of coming to the full moon. Because in spiritual terms, just so that you know, it's called a perfect angle. A perfect angle is when the sun is in this position and the moon is in this position. And then what happens there, you have a perfect angle, okay, and the angle, okay, when you start to look into astrology, is angel. So then what happens is these lines go penetrating into you. Anyway, that goes far in, that goes a little bit deeper than what I kind of wanted to, but what I wanted to do out of this video is to get you to understand sometimes it's better not to eat. So one of the things that I teach as well, so if you look at a car, this is just for an example, it's just to give you an idea where I'm coming from. If I went to a Formula One driver and I said, when does the car work the best? The best. He'd say with the best fuel, obviously the best team, best fuel, not full, okay, not full, because what happens is when you've got too much fuel, it's heavier, right? So what you want to do is you want to be able to get this performance car to have the best fuel in it. Okay, not the okay fuel, the best. Okay, so all systems can work perfectly because without the fuel, nothing moves. You are exactly the same. The less you have in you, the more you can move. Okay, the more lighter you are, the more you can perform. You're a furnace. And remember, when you're eating, okay, it goes into the body, and if it's a solid food, it takes 4 hours to digest. If it's a liquid food, okay, it goes in instantly. It bypasses the digestive system. It goes into the cellular level straight away. So that's your video guide today. Tomorrow I'll go on to another video guide, and what I do on the last day, I give you a massive video and I explain the whole thing, okay, with a board behind me, and explain about your 12 salts, explain about dry fasting with the moon and the sun, the spirit, the yin and the yang, okay, the red blue shift. I know it sounds loads coming on at you, but if your diet isn't working and you want to change your life, this is the way to do it, 100%. If you're in Swindon, you've got a shop down the road called The Core. You go, they do liquid diets and they got absolutely perfect food to do in there. So you may as well just pop yourself down there, put yourself on a juice plan, because that will detox you. Anyway, I'll speak to you soon. Okay, see you later.